Hello, my little nerds and nerdettes. Apologies for the long hiatuses, sickness, illnesses, COVID, and everything else in between.
Hiatai.
Hiatis.
From the Latin, hiatai.
Hentai? Wait a second.
It's called hentai.
We were all watching too
and
much
it's
hentai.
hot.
We're not able to.
Yeah. None of us could make it. Frosty has a horrible hentai addiction. We had to give him time off.
Listen, that may be true, but you don't have to like put that out there.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's not give him a hard time.
I'm not. It was a hard time, all right.
Yeah, I know. I'm all up here. Like, let's go.
I'm glad
Please
somebody
join
got
us
that.
for another episode of
Dungeon Crawlers.
Fatality.
Fatality.
I was waiting for fucking Chelsea to just go. Just dead.
Welcome back to Dungeon Crawlers.
So, we're sorry. Sicknesses kind of kicked the butt. Kicked a lot of our butts. But, we're back. Hopefully for a little bit. But, you guys made your way into the labyrinth. You guys are tracking this sword. Just almost like Sword of Prophecies. Trying to figure out where it is. The party running into several traps, issues, puzzles, an incredibly fucked up gnome demigod, Gnarl Glittergold, who seemed to mess with the party just a little bit.
Yeah,
Another of the party,
he fucked us about a little bit.
just a little bit. Alyssa, you've made your way into the labyrinth as well. Ran into the leader of the Withering Hand, only to discover something was not quite right with him. Immediately imprisoned, small battle ensued, and he decided it wasn't his time, and dipped, allowing you to roam freely. You met up with these companions as they ran into the amazing and oh so talented Gnarl Glittergold.
Isn't his name Garl Glittergold?
Garl. Garl. I can't speak tonight. Garl
Tomato.
Glittergold.
Takeaway is he
Garl,
sucks.
tomato.
Yeah. What do you mean he sucked? He was awesome. One of my favorite characters. You
Yeah, but
made your way.
He was kind of a
What?
dick.
He wasn't a dick. He was just misunderstood. You make your way deeper into this labyrinth, unsure how much time has passed. Night, day, unsure. Upon opening into a large, almost sand pit type mine area with a false sun, you come across two individuals that you are very aware of. Parve and help me out here.
Sorrow.
Zaro.
In Zaro.
In the midst of battle. Well, Zaro in the midst of battle. Parve currently having her bowels cleansed.
Cleansed or removed for cleaning.
Cleansed is the word we'll use.
Remove for cleaning.
Yeah.
You decide to use some of the boons that were given to you to go invisible and make your way into this area to try and sneak around the entire route, only to discover some kind of matriarch guarding the entrance or exit of this cavern type area. One of the individuals, noticing movement of some sort, begins to cast some kind of spell. Being left alone, he casts almost see invisibility, detects the party, and begins to call out to this larger individual. A battle ensues. Brug, one of the druids that you knew to be a special individual, Freya, is ripped apart as this creature comes out. The battle is long, hard and fought. A lot of very close call moments, people almost losing their lives. Where the creature on its way out from this world decides that you need to stay and visit her children.
Wait, the druid from the Obsidian Eye was there too?
Yeah. Remember he was like ripped apart like right as it
Head-
came out.
Head bit off or something like that.
No, that was
No,
Zaro.
it was Zaro. Never mind.
No.
Yeah, Zaro got
Zaro
got Jurassic Parked.
Yeah, Zaro was brought before it and basically offed.
Nom, nom,
That's
nom, nom, nom.
that's he was the half orc, right? The druid.
Nope, yeah, the half orc was the druid. Yep, Boog.
Okay.
He
Oh,
was
cool.
he was
I guess
he was ripped in half when the creature first came out. It was
Yeah.
holding him in his arm, like in his hand,
Oh yeah.
just swaying. And when it came out, it just pieced him apart and began to pick his teeth with it.
So that's all of them. Well, not like the
Mother
whole organization, but
Fuckers.
the 5 that we know personally.
Yeah, possibly. The ones you know, definitely.
Yeah. Because Zara, no, Menace and
Was a
Remo
Minotaur. Yeah.
Yep.
we
Remus.
killed earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I
Yeah.
got thrown off.
You're all good.
Go ahead. I was
It's been a hot minute.
missing some of this in my
I
notes.
think we're
okay.
all rusty.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we're all getting back on that train.
Yeah.
But a hard-fought battle ensued. The creature decides to cause a cave-in, trying to trap you within this side. You all begin to instantly rush through. Some of you falling behind. Morn lagging behind the rest of you. Luck not on his side. A strength check failed. The rocks collapsing, knocking Morn to his knees.
As
As
he's trying to
a
hold them all up.
desperate Morn trying to hold this gap in this hole through begins to falter. And at the last second, a thrust through. Morn rolls onto his back to look up to watch Jason standing in the hallway holding these 3 giant boulders as more are beginning to stack and the hole is getting smaller and smaller, being forced to his knees. Tells the party, "Tell her I said hi," and begins to sing a draconic lullaby as the cave-in falters
I freaking
and the
remember
lights
this now.
go.
Yeah.
And the lights go dim. You guys are on the other side of this cave-in. It is pitch black. And you see nothing.
Do we hear nothing?
You hear like rocks and like cave-in type noises, like the not creaking, but like the sifting of dust. You
Mhm.
hear rocks moving occasionally. You hear like high-pitched screams every once in a while.
Oh, maybe I picked the wrong music then.
Oh. Lauren's gonna run back and start trying to move rocks.
'Kay.
To likely no avail. He's gonna just kind of be throwing them backwards.
There's a couple smaller ones in there from time to time that you're able to move, but for every one that you move, about like 5 or 6 more fall in, and there's like 3 or 4 just large boulders.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Oh.
That didn't really work, did it? Just fairy fire. See if I can't spot Jason in the rocks.
Interesting use of the spell.
Ooh.
I like it.
Oh, and there it is.
Oh shit. Any attack
Hitting
roll?
time.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna try to attack it.
Lauren,
Maybe
Jason,
he is.
No.
this spell backfires on me.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Why does the
Yep.
spell backfire?
Oh, did you
Yep.
roll? Did you finally roll?
Yep. So
What?
how does that table work again? How do we do that?
Oh no.
Let's see what happens.
It's been a hot minute. Yep.
Wait, what's happening?
You'll
Like
find
rolls.
out.
He fucking rolls, and he's never rolled whatever he's supposed to not roll until now, apparently.
Oh, what?
Just imagine in all of Morin's frustration, he just forgets everything he's learned. And just unleashes this torrent of magic that just goes everywhere.
I can't remember. Does something happen or is that it?
Other than likely just you guys just seeing a bunch of just random magical effects just going off around Morn, kind of chaotically. I think that's all that's going to happen for now. I'm not really entering a rage. Though actually I probably would. So let's see what happens. I don't have my dice with me.
But to answer that question, you do not see Jason's body, but roll, actually, you don't even need me to roll for it. You do notice that at the bottom of this stone pile, there is a small amount of reddish type dirt, sand that seems to kind of be coming out. Not a lot. What does that mean, Morn? Hello?
I can still hear you.
Michael.
I know, I'm just asking Morn. He died.
Michael is
Hello?
dead.
There he is.
Here he is.
You still here?
Hello? Okay. Ginge, all the colors of Fairy Fire, the blue, the green, the violet, they're all just kind of flickering around my character, lighting up the area. And you guys would all just see like wild magic surging just kind of around Morn. And it looks just pretty chaotic.
Almost like fireworks just all over.
He's
Yeah,
going
pretty
Super
much.
Saiyan.
I would walk over to him and put my hand on his arm. Kind of just like to test. Make sure he's okay.
Nothing happens when you touch me. It's just I look very just like overwhelmed with what's happening, and I'm gonna kind of just get onto one knee as I try to just absorb this.
If I go over to the place where they are at, like closer to the wall. I mean, I'm looking to see if I can sense Jason's aura at all. Am I able to?
You don't sense his aura at all.
I was actually looking at my spell list. I think I only have the primeval awareness, which wouldn't. Oh wait, actually, it could work because he's a dragonborn, so it should work, right? If I were to do primeval awareness, if he were alive, wouldn't I get a ping?
Dragonborns are humanoid, not dragons.
Yeah.
Damn, I was wondering if it would still like do some if something would happen because of like.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, would I know that? I'd probably would know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
You would know that.
You would have
distinct...
not sent them before, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kneel down next to Morn and rest my head on his arm. Give his arm like a light squeeze, and sigh. Well, there goes another one.
I fear his flame has gone out.
Should have been me. I couldn't hold the rocks up. But he should have been able to get through.
Oh, he sacrificed himself for you.
Why?
Because he wanted to. Because he cared.
We barely knew him.
I think we were a lot to him just because of what he went through. It's probably the first time he's felt like people cared about him. He wanted to do us, I guess, a service. In that moment, he decided that that's what he wanted. He wanted to protect us.
This whole time I never thought I could trust him.
He knew you well enough to know that the gods have other plans for you. And when we're done with what we're here to do, he'll be remembered as someone who made it possible.
I'm gonna start walking down the only path available to us at this point.
I'll slowly get up. I still look bothered by the surge of magic that's around me.
It's kind of.
Yeah, is it still dark? Do we need to light some torches?
It's pitch black minus Morn, just like
Minus the
fireworking.
sparklers?
I mean, it's like every second. It's
The
just
pyrotechnics.
and it's just all like purples, pinks, yellows, reds.
So
Whites.
you're saying he's a living strobe light right
He's
now.
a sparkler.
Yeah, he's just going off. He's just. It's a fire. No, okay, sorry. Oh, PD.
Alwyn kind of just sits there, sort of kneeling, like with his hand against the rocks. And he mutters something under his breath that others might be like they might be able to catch certain things if they know Elvish, but is very, very quiet. Those who do know, seems like he's praying, but you can't make out all the words. But he stays there for some time.
Alyssa, it is pitch black as you are making your way aimlessly down this one hallway.
I have dark vision.
Okay. That's you have dark vision though. It's pitch black.
Yeah, so I could see like 60 feet in front of me, but beyond that, literally, it's a void.
Yeah. So it's absolute pitch blackness. You watch the behind you is like you turn around. It's almost like infrared, like kind of like the strobe to catch your eyes for a second. You readjust and the hallway opens up and it actually gets quite large for a little ways. And it just seems to continue for a while. But obviously after a certain amount of feet, there's nothing.
Yeah. I'll just keep going at like very casual pace.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? As Alwyn prays, Brea, you kind of guide Morn by the arm.
I have an idea. Freya, as you grab Morn's arm, do this. You feel a little bit of magic surge into you. One of your first level spell slots is refreshed.
What?
Oh, I kind of needed that. Thank you, Muchly. So I'd probably just feel like a little rejuvenated surge or something like that. Yeah, I'd probably be, as long as he's walking, I'd probably be just quietly walking the only direction that I know. The same thing, dark sight, obviously I can't see everything, but in the only direction that makes sense based on the lack of anything else.
Anybody else? Excuse me.
I'll wait till Alwyn's done, and then I think probably
Yeah,
head down that way.
It's a few minutes. He's there.
Melissa. Roll. No, I'm just kidding.
Roll initiative, motherfucker.
This is just shit. The room opens up. All of a sudden, the walls next to it to your left and your right disappear. And you look out 60 feet in all directions. And you can just barely, you can make out as the wall, like, comes out and then, like coils out like a giant cylinder. And then there's just nothing in front of you.
I'll walk forward like 30 feet and I'll look to the left and right. Do I see walls?
No.
Okay, so this area is wider than 120 feet. Okay. This is a huge room.
And you look up. Nothing.
Damn. Okay. I'll keep walking forward. Going forward 30 feet. 150 feet, so. And see
You're
if
just
I
gonna
see
keep walking?
Yeah.
Okay. About 150 feet. And about 130, 140 feet, you do start to see a wall.
Okay, so I went 30 feet previously, so It's wider than 170 feet. Okay.
It's a
About how-
large room.
About how far does the wall look out?
But another 60 feet.
Because the room's like probably somewhere around like 240 feet wide.
It's a large room.
Yeah.
And you do notice, just slightly, roll a perception check.
Sure.
Okay.
Good way to kick it off.
Very, very hard to tell,
Ouch.
but
Still better than
you do.
Kaz.
You still bump into
Hey.
something halfway across this room. You bump into what looks like a bench, like a stone bench.
Hmm. Am I parallel to it or am I like perpendicular to it?
Perpendicular.
Okay, so I'm like on like the wide side of it.
Yes.
I'll kneel down and I'll sort of like dig my hands under it, maybe see if there's like a lid, so it's just like maybe like a sarcophagus or something.
It is, as you kneel down, it would be almost just below knee height. And you reach under, and it's just all the way through. And it's about a couple feet long. A couple feet long and a couple feet high.
It's just smooth all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just like a stone slab. Oh.
About a couple moments later, Morn and Freya, your sight brings you to that same opening. And it just, all of a sudden, the walls just kind of go to your left and your right, and then nothingness. And on the very, very, well, how much is your dark sight?
60 feet.
60 feet? Okay, you don't quite.
I think it's 60 feet. You actually haven't asked me that since like session 12, so I don't actually remember. But I'm pretty sure it was 60 feet.
I'll like rub my hands along the top of the slab, see if there's like anything on it.
Smooth.
Okay.
Smooth stone. Almost too smooth for stone.
Well, there's no dried blood on it, so at least it's not like a sacrificial altar or something.
Not that you're aware of.
Yeah. We scrub this down at the end of every Tuesday.
Yeah. Easy.
Quick,
We have a maid that comes through. Juanita.
quick little thing. Am I able to find anything of Jason's?
Unfortunately.
Either
no.
in or outside? No. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to cause any more cave-in, so.
Oh, I know what I can do here. I'm gonna cast Mold Earth. I could manipulate dirt and stone. I'm just gonna push it to the side, see if there's anything beneath it.
Okay.
Under the slab.
It doesn't move. It's not stone.
Ooh. Well, that's more information, please.
Actually, 1 second.
Sure. Is this type of rock I'm looking up count as stone?
I'm gonna say no on this one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make an executive decision.
it just says like generic stone, so I assume if
Yeah.
it's like it wouldn't work on something like limestone or granite
Yeah, that's.
or marble.
It doesn't move though.
It might work on like natural stone, but not like purpose-shaped stone.
Maybe.
What about someone who's stoned?
Does it? Yeah, it works on stone, but does it work on stoned?
Cass flies across the room.
Whoa!
The fuck?
Whoa!
Jesus!
Like zoinks.
This is totally not the vibe, bro.
What are you doing, Morn and Freya? Do you continue forward?
Do I see Alyssa at all?
No.
No.
I'm
You
just
just
kind
see
of
a void, and then the walls to your left and your right kind of like circle out.
I can't see that well, so I'm just kind of following wherever Freya goes.
Oh yeah, you're just like nothing.
I've
It is pitch black.
I've got your arm. I'm just walking very slowly. I'm just gonna be very cautiously, because I'm walking at a super slow pace. It's not like I'm walking hurriedly or anything. So I'm just gonna continue.
Nope.
Walking slowly and just being very cautious about what's in front of me, so I don't run into anything or fall off anything.
Okay.
My voice is starting to
No worries. Moments later, you do start to see a figure on the like in front of you on the outermost of your vision. Roll a perception check.
go. Me?
Okay. You notice her playing with one, almost like a bench, and then there's bench, 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 and they all kind of lead up, like towards the left. And you don't see anything. You just see like almost like rows of benches. And you see this figure standing in the middle playing with one.
But I recognize it as Alyssa, or I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Knowing that Alyssa had walked in here, I'm going to say that I believe it probably is her, but I'm going to move in her direction. And then, as I get closer, just say, have you found anything? Anything noteworthy? Any way out?
Alyssa turns and kills Freya out of sheer scared. Oh, fuck!
Oh shit, my bad, guys.
Oh, damn, didn't see you there. Sorry.
No, not exactly. I looked to the left and right. This place goes beyond the range of my night vision, so it's at least 120 feet across. Right now, I'm just trying to ascertain the nature of this object here. As she does so, dark vision only shows things in shades of gray, so I'm actually going to light a torch and see if I can determine the color of this stone.
All of a sudden look around and there's just benches. And they shimmer pitch black. They're onyx. Volcanic glass, almost.
I wonder what this
Very
place is.
incredibly smooth.
That's more like obsidian.
Or obsidian, thank you. My mind went one place and my mouth went another. Story of my life.
Well, this is interesting. You don't really find natural deposits of obsidian like this around here, not even on the elemental plane of Earth, so these must have been fashioned for some purpose.
And they, as you look at them now, ugh. 1 second.
Yeah.
Long tube.
Ooh.
When that happens.
Ugh. Something that you didn't pick up before, Freya, you do notice. The onyx almost benches are like into the ground. Like they're not placed on top of the ground. They look like they're actually into the ground. And then on top of that, this room, these benches, almost form like a V. And in between the benches, like there's here, it's just gonna be easier to. I don't know why I try to explain this stuff.
When in doubt, draw it out.
Woo woo. Ooh ooh.
Sticky icky.
So, freehand. So, we'll say it's something like. Whoops, I don't want that. Whatever. Uh, uh, This one's kind of like the top one here is a little more to the, yeah, something like that. And then there's a groove that runs through all of them. And they seem to all go in one direction.
So it'd almost be like they're in rows.
Mm-hmm.
And which one are we currently at?
You guys are currently like right here-ish.
Okay.
Like in the middle.
Let me try something. Hold on one moment here. I'm gonna lay my hand upon it again, but this time I'm gonna use my Speech of the Plains feature. As a result of being exposed to the elemental planes, I've learned to communicate with basically the elements themselves. So I can feel the passion of fire, calmness of water, freedom of earth, blah 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 blah. I can communicate with the humble sparks of elemental presences that infuse everyday life. For example, a campfire might motivate you to pursue your dreams, or the ground can take the path to the mountain. I'm going to essentially communicate to one of these slabs and see what it tells me.
Do Morn's fireworks tell you anything?
Oh! Happy!
Wow!
It gives a... How do I want to... It is not the normal sounds that you are used to when you communicate with the earth. You're used to that very rumbly earth plains, like elemental talk. This is almost demonic, and it gives you like a vibe of like death. And so what are you wanting to ask it?
As soon as she reaches out and gets that feeling, she jerks her hand back off of it and like her breath hitches for a moment. Says, This masonry is letting off a sinister feeling. One moment. She puts her hand back on it and she says, "Are you in pain?" In Primordial.
Communing with benches.
Language, right? A language mixed kind of with Primordial. You like it's almost like a mix and match. You get pieces of words and you hear yeah, the
heard death, and then like none
feed,
of the
and
rest
then
of that.
death, feed, and then just a breath.
I'm gonna start making my way up to the front of the whatever this is, this thing.
The top?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll walk with him.
And
Okay.
before I get there, right before I get there, I will use this. I'm not really using it like I don't really know what I'm doing. This just kind of happens. If there's anything there.
You don't sense magic. You don't sense like a spell or anything. And right now you would be out of the torch range. So Freya's gonna have to guide you there unless you light a torch yourself.
I seeing that he's walking in that direction and that I can kind of see what I'd know and be walking with him, so that's fine.
Okay. So what you would notice, Freya, and you would not, Morn, is this is not a bench. This one at the very top. It is a flat surface. About as big as probably Morn's body.
Well, not Freya. Pretty sure I know what the fuck this is, but would Freya have any idea if this looks like some kind of like Mayan sacrificial temple thing, or?
You're gonna have to roll an investigation.
Has Freya
But
heard
what-
of the Mayans?
This, but before I roll
these are
investigation.
just church pews. They're church
Yeah,
pews.
obviously.
Church
Fuck.
pews.
Come on.
Let these people pray in peace.
Listen,
Jesus.
so I wouldn't even know if I would know that I should roll investigation, is what I'm saying. Like, would this even give off a vibe of like this is a I don't know what Alyssa is I don't know what Alyssa's hearing or talking about or what the sense is so much. So what maybe I don't think this is anything sinister.
There's a slab table in front of you, and with that high investigation or perception from earlier, you notice 4 holes. Actually, 5 holes.
It like in the table surface.
Mm-hmm. So you would notice.
How tall? I mean, if I'm right up next to the table, how high
1.
off the ground is it?
Actually, yeah, 5 holes. 2. 3. 4. 5.
How high off the ground? Like, where does the table come to? On me.
About waist.
At waist.
A little higher. Belly button.
And it just looks like holes.
Mhm.
I would say to Morn, can you see this?
Pitch ass black. he's got
Well,
a
Alyssa
little
has
light. Yeah,
Alyssa
but
has the torch.
Alyssa's a little ways away.
I
And
also
Morn
have a
is
torch.
okay. There you go.
I'm gonna light my torch.
Obsidian table. 5 holes. You hold the torch up. Below the torch, about
Didn't you just say 4?
5 holes.
5 holes.
5 holes. 5 holes.
Oh.
If you scroll
Maybe
down, he drew a picture of it.
5 holes.
Oh.
And as you look directly below, there's almost the same length as the table, just a little bit shorter. Like a basin. Made of obsidian as well, that comes about that far out of the ground. And then off of it runs 3 spouts. 1, 2, 3.
Going down the side that we walked up, or down the opposite side?
Down the site you walked up.
Okay. So looking at it, and now that Morn's lit the torch, what is this?
I have no idea.
And now that I'm like looking at it and trying to figure out what the hell it is, my voice is going away. I would try and search my mind for if I've ever seen or come across anything like this before. You want me to
Would
do
me-
the insight
Roll
this time?
roll a history check.
History.
Or roll a religion. Okay. Unfortunately, neither one of you guys has ever seen or heard of anything like this.
There's
And at
nothing
this-
near this. There's nothing near the spouts, like a faucet handle or something.
No. It just seems to hit this basin and then run. At this point, Alwyn and Kaz, you guys do hit that entrance, and you guys see Alyssa standing in the middle with her torch, inspecting, or she's got her hand on this bench.
Would
And
I mean,
she-
would I be able to see them over there?
Kind of. It's more of a white outline of your friends. Like, you kind of see their auras. Like, that's it. Like, you don't see what they're doing, you don't see the torch, you just see, like,
Yeah.
their auras. And then everything else is black.
Yeah. Of course, everything within 10 feet of me, perfect, vivid detail, but outside of that, shapes at best.
At best.
Yeah.
But you guys do make your way in there, Kaz. You do see Morn and Freya up by this like giant, almost black table, holding up a torch, and they're running their hands along the table. And you see Alyssa standing in the middle. She looks kind of clammy, almost. Like
She's always clammy. She's dead.
I
You're looking a little gray.
Yeah.
You see the like, you don't see the whole thing, but you definitely see like bits of these like almost these like chairs, and then you see this table at the top.
I guess I will just ask Alyssa when we get in this room. But I guess I would just ask, hey, what did we find, right?
I'm not sure exactly. About, I'd say maybe 24 or so obsidian slabs, and one large one at the top up there. Gestures behind her with her head. This slab here, I talked to it, and it.
Roll an investigation check, Freya. Sorry, continue.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you talked to it?
Yes, I can communicate with the elements that suffuse everyday life. Side effect of being in the plains for so long. But there was something's not right with it.
It doesn't seem of this plane. Something seems off.
From my investigation?
No, Alyssa, sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, sure.
There's something that I might try. I don't know how much insight it will give me.
Okay, so 2 things first. 1 second, sorry. Freya. You run your hands along the table. It is incredibly smooth. And you notice the table slants almost like for it's not like incredibly smooth, like super flat. It's almost like flat, but like indented, like it's meant up or draining, and you kind of inspect the holes and the spouts, and you run your hand, and like a very, very dark substance, kind of just like a light film, rubs off on your fingers. You're like, well, what the fuck? You kind of like rub your fingers together, and just flakes off and dusts away.
Does it have a smell to it?
Like, not really. Maybe iron. Maybe you're not really sure.
Okay.
Alyssa, what are you investigating?
Oh, I thought you told me to roll one.
Oh, sorry. No, I just went Freya.
You're good then.
If you want to, you can.
Nah, just continuing to talk to Kaz. I told him what I found out.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I'd like to check out with that. I'm looking mainly at like the last sentence for this effect. Or the last sentence of the first paragraph. Within the same radius, you can detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell. Within 60 feet, I can sense. Don't know how much that might be able to tell me, but figured it's worth a shot.
You do get one. Like a ring. Like a very noxious odor.
Mm-hmm.
Within 60 feet.
Is it me? Because I'm undead.
Well, but it's any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated. I'm not really looking at Alyssa. Yeah. I'm looking at the place itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get one.
Hmm.
And it's undead.
Hmm.
And it's not Alyssa.
I'm getting something. The stench of undead. And it's not you, pointing at Alyssa.
I'm glad I don't smell repulsive to you. Where is it?
Can I tell where it is? I would think that if it's not behind total cover, and I'm able to sense it, I would be able
roll a perception check. And this isn't for your perception per se. We'll just say this is for your aura type abilities.
to. Okay.
Yeah. To your right. You guys are about right here-ish. Somewhere here-ish.
We're not looking at this.
You were looking at that. But that ping is to your right.
Oh, so it's over here.
Mm-hmm.
Back. Wait, so did we come in like from here? Or
Came in from like here.
from here? And we're here now, and
You
this
guys are
is where...
You guys came in from here. You
Mhm.
guys are here. And the ping is over here.
It's here. Ping again where it is, because I feel like I'm not seeing it. Over there,
Further
okay.
down, yeah. Just assume you're like up on the little red hash mark areas,
Yeah.
like halfway up, and it's like halfway down from that.
I'll point in the direction. I can't see what it might be, but if I'm able to detect it, that means that it is possibly a threat.
Well, not if I have anything to do about it. And she'll start walking over towards it, where he pointed.
I'll follow her.
So you walk for about 50-ish feet, 40, 50 feet, and it's just the rows continue, and they almost slant out like a giant Christmas tree. As you come towards the end of the middle row, for what it seems, you see a creature, back turned, just standing there. And what seems to be like a pool?
Huh. Is this entity behind the last slab or in front of it?
Behind.
Okay.
It's turned away from you, kind of like staring down at whatever this like pool or opening is.
Hmm. I'm gonna start stealthing towards them.
Okay.
Let me roll that.
I'm gonna like I'm gonna hang back.
Okay.
But I'll pop my staff into the sword form.
Okay.
And ready my shield.
You see the head just kind of rotate around and just moves slowly as you guys approach it.
Doesn't like turn a full 180 around like an
Nope.
owl.
Nope, just the head just kind of moves like it's smelling the air or something. That would be kind of fucked up though. Just
Yeah, it just turns around, fucking eye contact.
oh shit!
Alyssa
Yeah.
has a torch, right? So we can see this too.
Yeah.
Where we're at.
Yep.
I'll kind of nudge Freya and point toward it.
This
It's a
entity
far.
is hooded, right?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. And the closer you get, the more you realize this creature is almost gray and like withered and sickly, and it's wearing like this long black cloak. And as you come within 15 feet, the creature turns and you see this almost emaciated male figure with wispy white hair and milky, almost milky white eyes. And like these two fangs just dart out. And it puts its hands out like it's going to attack you. Roll to attack.
You want me to roll to attack?
Yeah.
Sure.
It hits.
Oh,
You don't even need to. You don't even need to roll.
Okay.
You immediately, like, just club down on it, and it just, and it just like turns to dust, and you're confused. What the fuck just happened? He hasn't fed in a while, that one. But, you know, when you're at the end of the pack, and you've dissatisfied me. It means you're the last to feed. But thank you for putting him out of his misery.
Is this voice like omnidirectional, or does it sound like it's coming from a particular direction?
It seems like it's everywhere.
Do we
And
all
you're
hear
all
this?
hearing this right now.
Do we recognize this voice?
You all don't. Alyssa, this is a little familiar.
Oh, okay. Who?
Hmm?
Who? Who does it remind me of, anyway?
I feel like you met this individual maybe earlier.
Oh, okay.
If it's the same person that we're all thinking of, then we would know who it is, but maybe it isn't.
I've been watching for a while. You intrigued me at first, little undead girl. Only because I don't know why you're here. First I thought you were sent from a rival clan to take what is mine, my feasting grounds. But no, you're here for something else. This silly sword. I'm not quite sure. And you bring friends. One of them larger. One young. One full of age. One sweet. And a draconic one. It's been a while. But I digress. What brings you to my home?
I'm trying to remember who I've met that nobody else has. Does it sound like the never-ending smile?
Sounds a lot like him.
Okay.
Why do you come so far for this silly sword? And you kill my pets?
I believe I've already told you why. I need to give it to my acquaintances.
But that's all you said. You did not strike a deal. You just merely said you would take it. I'm a fair and reasonable man. And you invade my home. You clear and kill and degrade my pets. Do you know how expensive it is to bring those creatures from where they came from? It's very expensive. I run a business, a lucrative business. And you guys, like, out of the corner of your eye, you almost see like a mist, like a shadowy mist kind of move against the wall, and then out of your range of vision.
We all heard the whole conversation.
Yeah, you guys are hearing everything. Like, it's just like almost like it's echoing off of the walls, but it's coming from every wall. It's eerie.
This motherfucker, a goddamn ventriloquist. Fuck off, spooky Jeff Dunham.
Sorry, I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with how expensive those creatures are to replace. Another thing I am not familiar with is pain, but you should be, given how I beat your ass last time.
Ooh, shots fired! You merely caught me off guard. I came ill-prepared. That is not something I will do again. But bygones will be bygones.
You know, you say you're a fair and reasonable man. Since I beat you in our duel, you should just give me the sword. That would be a fair and reasonable thing to do, no?
Roll a persuasion check. At disadvantage.
Yeah. Yeah. Not happening.
It's advantage for being a dick move.
Disadvantage for reminding him how I beat his ass.
Yeah, I might have let it just be a straight roll, but you know.
I poked the bear.
You see, I might be down for a trade, evenly trade. But you just have to jest, don't you? Little dead girl.
Well, if you were open to a trade, then why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, I will be fair and say that I might have jumped the gun just a bit. I did say that it's quite peculiar. A undead girl comes into my mists and asks for a very particular item.
Yes, and I've been looking for you ever since. These catacombs are confusing as fuck.
Ah, yes, they are. I've been partially banished down here. Mostly live. I can leave when I want, but it's very painful. Long story. That's how I came to be known by my silly name that these mortals have given me. My true name has been lost to the ages.
Surely you remember what it is.
Ah, but I do.
Then let us be men of reason. Come join us. Introduce yourself. We'll do the same. You'll find no one here is looking for violence.
Roll a persuasion check, Mr. Charismatic.
Ooh. Fuck yeah, you
Yeah.
rolled a 2 on that die.
It's very unlike Cass to roll low
There it
for
goes.
persuasion.
I like you. Very well. I will give you a name. I am Baron. Baron Mason Alexander Bear. I am the lord of this area. I once ruled these lands back before silly elves ruined this land. Used to be connected. Much larger game than...
We've ruined it.
Yes.
That's
You
fucking
specifically, you little night elves. You dabble. You dabble in too much magic that you do not understand. All those history books are so wrong. And here you find yourself in my home again. But I digress. The sword. You want this silly piece of steel. It serves me no purpose. My weapon is far greater. How much do you want this sword?
You know the sword that we seek.
I do.
Surely.
I have it right here.
And how you're certain that this is the one that we're looking for?
Is it the sword that you were looking for? I do not know.
Be a lot easier to tell if we could see you.
And why would I reveal myself?
I guess if you're afraid, you don't have to.
One is not afraid of his prey. Freya, as he says that, you feel a finger on a backside of your shoulder.
I'll just like do like a little like quiver. Hairs stand on end.
We would ideally like to graduate from prey to acquaintances, possibly even business partners.
Yeah, it's just like,
we're we're extending an olive branch, if you would accept. You say the sword is worthless to you. You obviously, there is something you want. You haven't killed us yet, so there's something that you suspect we might be able to do for you. So let's put our cards on the table and come to terms.
and like 8 to 10 like blue torches light around the entire room and now light this room up. And at a far side of the corner, you see a heavily armored, lean but muscularly tall male with long black hair and a giant smile in plate armor walk out. I might be game for a deal. What do you have to offer? Or would you like me to put my cards on the table?
You seem to have something in mind. I think we're open to listening, certainly.
I do. You seem like a very formidable bunch.
Never heard a hunter refer to his prey as formidable.
But you hurt my pets. Killed them. You killed my matriarch. That's a task. I raised her from when she was young. It hurts me a little bit. Oh, hurts me so. But in this room, pacts can be made. A deal can be struck. My lady is looking for a certain item. Maybe you can retrieve this for me. And the sword is yours. No questions. A person snuffed out. Do I still have your ears?
Yes. So what I'm getting is you want us to kill someone and then get this item that they have?
You just merely need to kill them. And he a dagger appears, black, with a hilt, and the dagger is like obsidian. And on the no, you guys are too far to be able to see that. Just this. Once you've killed this individual, you just nearly need to plunge this into them.
Seems easy enough, I suppose.
Who is this individual?
This individual that I speak of. Mazazin Terenat. Do you know him?
I don't think so.
No, that name is familiar. I just forget who it is though. I thought his name
Oh.
was. I thought his last name was 3Nat, but I could be wrong.
You're correct.
Yes,
I must have
this is in Scornswald.
I do not know where this individual is.
What is the name again?
Mezzazine Fernat. Or Fernat, as we pronounce it, but the human tongue becomes bumbled.
This is a dude we heard about a long time ago because I remember this was in Kalen's notes, but I had to delete Kalen's notes because he fucking died.
This individual seeks something he should not have, and my lady requires it. His death is all that is required. One small drop of each of your blood on that podium above. Nothing ill will come of you. It just simply allows you to use this. And ensures that once the task is complete, you nearly plunge this into the individual, and he is returned to us.
And
Well,
you must know about this person, where to find them, how to access them, or how not to access them. Otherwise, you would have done this already, possibly yourself.
Right.
So, what are the challenges that you've not told us yet?
I simply cannot access the land above. I am only allowed short walks. Hours at best. This is where I've been set.
it only takes one person to stab someone with a dagger. Surely not all of us need to sign into this, correct?
It ensures that all of you would promise not to betray me.
But what assurances do we have of the same?
A drop of my blood, and a promise, and a pact to the table. If I go against my words, what am I? As a baron, it's honorable. Even for one such as I. And he smiles this huge, like unearthly smile, and these two like just giant fangs pop out. It's a smile, and if it wasn't so weird, you'd be like, oh, it's smiling. But it's just awkward, and you're like, ooh, okay, well, fuck.
Off-putting.
Yeah. Who am I? But if not for my honor.
You already know how dead set I am on retrieving the sword. Surely you are assuaged that I won't betray you. Just let me do it. Leave them out of this.
Unfortunately, I can see all of the group, and I would require promise from all. And unfortunately, I do not trust you. You have a smell of another world on you. Something's off.
I'm willing to do it.
And he /glides to the table, like 10 to 15 feet from Freya. And you kind of take like a step back. And he just, like, one finger, he takes the fingernail of his thumb, pricks his finger, and one tiny, like, black, almost blood droplet hits the table. I swear, on my name, Baron Mason Alexander Bear, I will give you no ill will or harm. I simply require his death. Upon completion, the pack is complete. And in the meantime, I even give you the sword. And he lays it on the table.
Can we
Doesn't-
inspect it before entering into this pact? Obviously, we want to make sure that this is the actual sword that we're looking for. Otherwise, we would do this for nothing. Right?
I will let you inspect it on one condition. Because I can smell the sweet scent of those close to death. Her, and he points to Freya. I get to hold her.
I missed what you said.
He can smell the sweet scent of somebody near to death. I get to hold her as collateral. That way you don't take the sword and run.
Oh, you're referring to my hit points, because I have none.
Check me instead.
No.
I'm gonna step in front of Freya.
And no sword.
The sword's still out, right?
Yep. But he takes a step back and takes this, like, the sword off of the pedestal. He's not dumb.
I'm gonna slowly grab my great axe.
Yoink.
Uh-huh. And as you do that, a, like, almost misty of, like a mist appears, and in his left hand over his shoulder, a giant warhammer with double spikes on both sides. Are we showing off our toys now?
You don't get her.
Then you don't get this.
I disagree.
So not only do you want us to strike a pact, now you want to hold one of us as collateral. So you're changing the terms of your conditions.
No, you are not listening, child. I only want collateral for the slight moment that you want to inspect the sword to ensure it is what you are looking for. Once you have inspected and handed the sword back to me, I will release you. This ensures that you do not take the item that is mine and run. I swear, no harm to you. If they do not take this.
Fine. If it's just while we look at it to make sure it's authentic.
Do we have a deal?
I'll step around Morn and give him a smile. Just make sure it's real.
Who would like to come take the sword?
I'm not gonna resist. I'm not gonna try and stop it.
Okay. He waits for Frey to get closer.
I'll walk up to him.
Okay. He places the sword on the altar while grabbing Freya around the neck and then taking a step back and letting go of the sword. And now these fingernails almost extend around her neck, where you get the gist that literally in one move, inspect. No false movements. No crazy movements. Let's all be calm and civil.
Oh,
Is
damn, I
anybody
didn't
going to
see this.
inspect the sword?
Morn
Hold
is
on.
staring straight at the unending smile with this pure loathing in his eyes.
I'll come pick it up.
Yeah, I think can we huddle around it and see if I mean we've probably never seen it before, but we are aware of the prophecy may not be the right word, but we've know
Stories?
some the stories about it. I don't really know what we're looking for necessarily, just some sort of sense or indication that this is the sword of Oregon.
Yep. So, those of you who huddle around it, it looks like a very well-made elven sword. Like, it just looks very, very, very well made. Alwyn, your aura, it is almost like white mist coming off of this blade. And as you hold it, the blade like hums in your hand. And it just seems there's like sometimes when you hold a weapon, it's a weapon. This just screams like malicious intent towards anything evil. Like it just hums with energy and power. You're not sure if it is the weapon, but if it isn't, fuck, whatever this is.
Yeah.
And the entire time he's just he's doing like that, like where you click your fingernails on a table. He's just like,
Yeah. Well,
how old are you, child? You smell still young. Would be a shame if they decided to act. I would hate to go down that road.
I've lived enough life. If it came to that. If you're trying to make me afraid.
You say you lived enough life. Have you ever lived an eternal one?
I lived multiple lifetimes in the moment of minutes. In the matter of minutes. So, you could say that.
Oh. So you've opened the book?
So you know about that book?
Of course I know about that book.
Would you say that you're aligned with the individual that the book is about?
Of course not.
So if he were to suddenly show up here, you would
You
fight
would
with us?
die. Who do you think you're seeking? That individual took that book.
Then you understand why we want that sword.
I do.
So knowing that you are against him and you want him to die, why would you be not more in favor of providing us the means to do that?
I am in favor. I'm allowing you to look at the sword.
But you're sending
I
us
want
on
you.
on a mindless side quest.
How is this mindless?
Killing some random person in the scheme of everything, when the Undying One is gaining power. It's just a waste of time.
I can guarantee you this Undying One holds no power to Mezzine. If he has that book, he will gain power. He has something that I want dearly. So I give you my possession. That is mine. But
You said it's useless to you.
it is useless to me. It is just a sword, if not in the right hands.
You said you were a man of reason.
That I am.
I think you that seems to be the case so far. Surely a man of reason would be open to negotiations.
Why?
There's something else that we can do for you. Something else that you want or need that you would be willing to give up the sword for.
This man's heart. That is what I want most.
It's a hard no. Alright, gotcha.
Understand this is a very difficult situation, and this is why I feel like you're not more in favor of us having it. Because we've had a very bad run-in with PAX, and you're asking us to do something that most of us would feel very uncomfortable and be very against doing. Why not just kill this person? Why can't we just kill them without doing this oath or using this weapon? If you just want them dead, what difference does it make?
Because it will return what they hold to me when you plunge that dagger into them. Their body will come to me.
So are you some kind of demon then?
Demon. That is why you are so worried. You do your pacts with demons and their silly laws and rules.
You're thinking of devils. Demons are completely different.
Sorry.
Devils.
Demons do not do packs.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I meant
They are more
devils.
of the indiscriminately murder anything that's
Yeah,
not a
yeah,
demon
yeah.
type.
Sorry, you're right. Yes, devils.
They're just mad dogs.
Yes.
Devils. Yes, devils.
I want nothing to do with their pacts and rules. Mine is simply one that holds us both accountable. If I lie to you and I hurt you, I die. Why would I give up my millennia of life?
So you hold the ability to hold one's soul for ransom if they go against a pact. That makes you sound very demonic.
Who said anything about a soul? You would just simply die. No soul.
That seems
just
like
gone.
unholy evil magic to me.
No. It's just simple. It ensures that I don't give you a sword and you just leave.
What would
It
really
helps
be
me
the worst,
trust
though,
you.
with that?
Okay.
I mean, even if we were to just have the sword and leave, it's not like anything bad would happen. Yeah, you wouldn't have your silly, score settled.
This individual would continue to walk this world, and my lady would not have her item.
Well, that individual is in the least of this world's trouble right now. So I'm saying, what bad really could happen if we did just take the sword and leave? I mean, again, your score wouldn't be settled, but the sword would be in its rightful hands, so the Undying one could be checked. It's a win-win.
Mzin Threnat is the worst of your nightmares. If he collects his shards and does what he does in this world, I will be just as miserable as you.
Never heard of him. He can't be that bad.
Then you know nothing of this world, child.
Out of character, this is the slaver, right?
What slaver?
I don't remember who he is. Like I said, those notes were so long ago.
Who?
I think Mazine?
Mazine?
Yeah.
Out of character?
Yes.
Was one of the leaders of Skarnsvald.
Yeah.
Who took over?
This is
He wasn't one of the six, right?
Yeah.
Is he one of the six?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have his name in my 6 notes.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I missed that then.
so. My notes say that half the sale of this. So when we were in the what city was that where they were having all the night elves as slaves,
Mm-hmm.
and like the unique races of people be slaves. That half of them half of them went to this person in Skornsvald.
Mm-hmm. Half of them were being bought up by this individual.
Yeah, the ones they called special gems that were magical in some way, they went to him.
Mm-hmm. And
But
you also found
that's all
out.
I have.
Yep. You also found out that this individual had was also a leader of the Council of Six.
I just updated my notes because I was missing his name in there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like one of the 6 had completely taken over,
Mm-hmm.
and we had seen several times before as the Undying one. But that's not this person, or we don't know that it could be.
So I do know that I had given this. I can't remember. So I don't want to give away too much because I can't remember if I had given this to everybody or if it was just Kaylin.
It might have just been Kaylin. Because I feel
like...
especially in the beginning, those notes when you were talking about the 6 and the Withering Hand and stuff, I took notes in those names.
No. You guys would have known about this one, because, and I'll give you this piece of information, because you guys were with Jaden when the announcement went out over that orb, remember? And this person was named the leader of the 6.
Okay.
Oh yeah, in the Coliseum.
Yes. So he's part of the 6. He takes the throne. He becomes a leader of the 6. The other 5 report to him.
Yep. And you had learned
I'm just like
that
finding. My notes are not like in one place. He speaks.
No, it's all good.
Elves, orcs, and inhuman individuals north of the mountain. He wants to take over Rothos. He speaks of a new religion of great power, that of the Great One.
And you had learned that from Jaden's wife that they had discovered that the 6, like the Council of 6, were just randomly dying, except for this individual.
Right. The rest of them had been murdered.
But for some reason, when the announcement was made, all 6 members of the all of the Council of 6 were up there.
And he made the announcement in what
he
is
made
that?
the announcement, and the rest Skarnsvald.
No, it was in the like this futuristic steampunk city that's like southeast.
But he was
that
in
we exploded.
Skarnsvald making an announcement
Yes.
to all of the other cities.
Yes,
Mhm.
about this new religion and how humans were going to be the future, the dominant people going forward. Okay.
Well, since the never-ending smile is the leader of the Withering Hand, I guess it makes more sense why he's against
I mean,
this reasoning.
I had something that I wanted to do, but now that I'm realizing the thing that we want to do is also the thing that he wants us to do. I'm not sure I want to do my thing anymore. Now I'm feeling more like we should just go along with him.
Mud packs.
You really want to? Yeah, you really want to sign into another pact?
Maybe.
This pact so far,
I mean,
he's made it very clear it gives no powers. It's literally just a weight and balances.
It's about
It's-
principle, man. This is what Kaylin died for.
I just was gonna say it's the principle, and it's like there's so many like weird things you never know.
If Kaylin's soul wasn't locked in hell, he would be rolling in his grave right now.
But
What the fuck?
Like you're considering
But-
this again?
Again.
Okay. Back in character, I will ask. You said we can take the sword with us to complete this task. We don't have to complete this task before you giving us the sword.
Correct.
The way this pact works, is there a timeline?
No.
If we don't do this in a certain amount of time, is there a consequence to that?
No.
And I will, also being a person of reason, I will let you know that I'm asking because what you're asking us to do, we also need to do. We will do this task,
Then
right?
we are
However,
ingredients.
there are other things we need to do first so that we are prepared. We plan on surviving this task as well and continuing to live our lives afterwards, which means that there are other artifacts and things that we may need to help us do that. So you see why I asked the question. We are working towards the same goal, but I'm not making a promise that we're going to stop what we're doing and go face him immediately, because there are other things we need to do first. There are other stops we need to make.
There's no timeline. I already know that you head towards my goal. This is why I offer this agreement. I feel like you will hit it sooner than you anticipate.
Now, what happens if we kill this person and then we don't stab him with the dagger?
You die.
I have an idea. And Morm looks really nervous talking to this guy. But
And he's like twirling Freya's hair.
yeah. Morm's like mixed emotions, a bunch of nerves, and also just anger toward this guy. I don't know how your magic works, but we don't really like pacts, because one of our friends died. But what if the pact had nothing else but we kill this person, and when the person dies, it swaps place with the sword. And if we don't kill this person, we don't get the sword. If we kill the person, we get the sword. But then there's no death if we don't do something else for either of us.
Make a persuasion check, Morn.
But we need the sword to kill him.
No, the guy that he wants us to kill, we're just supposed to use the dagger on him.
After he's dead.
So what? So just to be clear, Morn is basically saying that we alter this pact or whatever so that. Lay it out again for me, but not in Morn voice.
Yeah. So essentially, what the pact would have nothing else other than, as soon as the dagger gets plunged into the body, killing it, the body gets swapped places with the sword, and so we would have possession of the sword. He would have possession of the body. There'd be no other commitment to it. We'd be free to not do this. He would be free to do whatever he wants.
And we just would never get the sword if we never completed the task.
But
there's no death involved. Yeah.
But the whole reason we want the sword is to kill him.
No, we want the sword to kill the Undying One.
Yes.
I think they're the same person.
That's what you think. I think he's just like a warlock of the Undying One.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, that's a cool theory. That'd be cool.
I mean, having the sword would still help us kill him.
Correct.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be required.
No.
The Undying One took over. Okay,
I see where you're coming from. There's a few pieces of evidence that stack up to that, but I think it's way less unlikely than him just being like a disciple of him.
Either way, this gets us the sword. And
without having some crazy death pact. Yeah. Not that it would be the end of the world, it's just the issue of like morality, trying to get past the idea of agreeing to a pact.
I can see all the cog. I can hear the cogs turning, and I love it.
So, was I the only one thinking that they were the same person?
I think
Yes.
No, I was thinking that too.
Oh,
Really?
I definitely made the connection that
I thought it was
But does
too convenient.
that even matter though? We still get the sword this way.
Well, if he is the Undying One, then we can't kill him without the sword.
It's
what
very
that's
true.
saying.
yeah. So
Right.
for anybody that's questioning
and
if
maybe
he is,
and maybe this guy Baron knows that.
Oh, and you think
That's why he's giving us the sword to go
he's trying
do
to
it.
like undercut us?
No, I think he's giving us the sword because he knows we'll need it.
I mean,
kill
he
the eye?
said he said that if Mazine has all the shards, that the world that he is also in will be ruined, right?
but Freya was having a conversation with him about killing the Undying One and how this guy didn't mean anything.
And plus, if he knew that Mazine was the Undying One, then he would also know that the sword wouldn't be enough to kill him, and then he wouldn't give it to us, because he would probably also likely know that we need all the other shards and we need the Star Spear.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the other things. The only thing he has is the sword. It's the only thing
but why
that
would
he
he
can
send us
offer.
in with just the sword if he knows that's not enough? If he knows that Mazine is the Undying One, if he is.
Well, that's assuming that he has a.
He would just be sending us in on a suicide mission, and then he wouldn't get what he wants.
Maybe, but you're assuming that he has a full and complete knowledge of everything, and that may not be
He said
true.
he's lived for eternities. and he has a giant underground network of rogues and information gatherers.
Yeah, he is the leader of the Withering Hand, which, I mean, they're basically like the underground dwellers, the back alley dwellers.
So out of character, you're worried that the person that we are tasked to kill would require the sword to kill? And so by creating this pact, we would actually create a loop that we could never get the sword.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Out of
mean, to be
character,
fair,
that
if
makes
Kaz
sense.
thought that, yeah, if that's what Kaz feels, is that this person is the same as the Undying One, that I can see the confusion and the worry with that.
Out of
Yeah.
character, that makes sense. Morn could never even possibly come to that conclusion. And would
And
still
it,
opt
and I think if they're the same person, Kaz doesn't really care about the pact, because ultimately, what we're, you know, if there's some sort of negative consequence afterwards, that's probably fine. You saved the entire plane. Now you got to deal with some other kind of bullshit. That's okay.
This individual made it very, very clear there was no after anythings. He was very forthright with that. It would literally be, it's just to ensue that you did not just walk off with the sword, and that was it. He made it very, very clear. When he did the drop on the table, he spoke exactly what would happen.
But I would say, the way that Morn phrased the deal, it would not be that the only way to get the sword is to kill this person. It would just be simply, if this person is killed with the dagger, they would swap places. It wouldn't bind us out of anything.
Can I just ask him what he knows about the Undying One?
Yeah. My notes here real quick. Go ahead and ask, if you're gonna ask.
Baron,
Yes.
you presumably, having lived so long, know a lot of the goings on of the world. What do you know of the Undying One?
The Undying One.
I think we could really work together here. The you know, Mazine is a shithead. Let's just call a spade a spade. The rest of the six, there's no love lost, right?
I do not know this Undying One. Who is he? What is he to you?
The fuck? So he knows about the legendary artifacts and what they're for. And he said he knew the book and who had the book. He knew all that, but he doesn't know about the Undying One?
You mentioned that Mazine obtaining some shards,
Yes.
right? You said if he were to obtain all of them, that would be a big problem.
Yes.
To say that is to imply that he already has at least some of them. Right?
I've heard he has collected them.
What the fuck?
So what if I told you that someone... Words are just words, right? They mean what we say they mean. And names are just words. Names are nothing. What if I told you there is someone who already has all of the shards?
The last. Make a persuasion check. That would be intriguing. As the last piece of information that was given to me is Mazine has gathered these.
What the fuck?
That
My mind is
Mazine-
blown right now. If this is what it actually is, and I had no idea.
That Mazine looks to call himself Vorka, or the Rightful Herald, as I know him. The Rightful Herald is a individual from my time that suck the power of the gods.
You guys! Oh, come on! What the fuck? Okay, this changes. I need a second.
He sucked the power of the gods. He was struck down millennia ago. But he did not die. He merely passed on into ethereal form before he passed. Every so many decades, he has a book that he carved from that of his willing followers, the rightful heralds, that carved this book of skin. It's where his power originates. It allows him to pass his ethereal form on into a new vessel. This vessel is what ascends to power. Upon collecting these shards, it allows him to form a perfect vessel that can house his full and complete form. Upon completing this, he becomes almost on par with the gods. He must be killed before then.
Can I get a sense based on how he's talking about this person that he respects him or fears him?
Make an insight.
I have no idea.
You're not really sure. It doesn't sound nice.
Okay, so this whole out of character, this whole idea is totally shot to shit because we can't not have the sword. So what Morn suggested is not possible because we literally do need the sword to fucking kill this guy. Freya thinks that these are different people. But now that you're talking about him, I'm like,
They don't sound like different people.
They don't sound like different people.
Yeah, now that he's spoken, I think all of us understand what's happening.
Yeah. So I'm confused. This mezzanine guy. When I mentioned this book and everything, this sword, do you understand the way that we understand that this sword is needed to kill a particular individual? And are you saying that we need this sword to kill Mezzanine?
It depends. Does Mezzanine have the shards? Does he have his book?
So you are saying that. So you are saying that. You're saying with his shards we need the sword to kill this guy. So he is in fact the same person that we're talking about. This undying one is the same person.
Baron,
Is that what he calls himself now?
Different parts of the world have different folklores. Like I said before, words are just what you choose the words to mean. Prometheus, Lucifer, Phosphoros are all the same mythologies in different parts of the world. we know this person as the Undying One. You obviously know him as the Herald and other titles. We have been hunting someone that we've known as the Undying One, that I believe is the same person that you're asking us to defeat now. The Undying One that we've been tracing has the shards already. So if I'm correct in that these are the same people, your fears have already been we've already reached that point.
We need the sword to kill this person.
So what you're telling me is that your world is about to be enveloped in darkness and death.
Yes,
Not
you can.
If we can stop it.
Yes.
Unless
Well,
unless we run into a kind noble who would be willing to let us use, maybe even temporarily, a sword in his possession to prevent that from happening.
Look, we're willing. I speak for just maybe me, but maybe for others. That I think we know that this quest is going to likely claim our lives. We're willing to die to kill this person. If there's anyone you can trust with this sword, it's us. If you truly want him dead. In fact,
make a persuasion check with advantage, Kaz, because of Morn's help.
Nice.
He just eyes the group back and forth like these almost black, like, slit eyes. I do agree with your logic. What assurance do I have without this pack that this dagger finds his heart?
On that subject, you mentioned the Undying One sucked the power of the gods, and you're saying that this dagger needs to be plunged in this man's heart in order to get this power back to your lady. Who is your lady?
Not the power. His heart. It will extricate his body or his heart from his body.
Oh, that's a fancy word.
And go to your lady?
Yes.
Who is your lady?
The Raven Queen.
My lady is one that looks to seal him permanently.
You understand why I ask, though, because this individual is a chaotic force that would end this world, and now somebody else wants his power. So...
Oh. My lady is a goddess. And this would seal him. He would never return to this realm again.
And
So you're saying
What
that
is
one of
her
us needs to
name?
become Godwoken to reclaim the power of the elf god Cenarius, and we're going to right the power of the gods. Yes.
What?
Yeah, we all gotta duke it out at the end of
this
the
is
game.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Last battles of PvP.
No.
Okay.
Look, I don't have any issue cutting his heart out, and frankly, I don't have a use for it myself. As far as I'm concerned, you're welcome to have it. I wouldn't even know what to do with it if I had it in hand. So we want him removed, killed, locked away permanently, whichever, both maybe. We want the same thing here, and I'm happy to do it for you, but you have to understand, the last pact we signed didn't bring us closer to our goal, but made us much further away in ways that we didn't understand upon signing, right?
Hey, Zach, you got plenty further.
What up,
Rip Caleb.
Alyssa?
Ezekiel was a great guy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's a real stand-up fellow.
Real fucking slow man.
Real great guy. Fun to have drinks with.
Oh, so Baron, I don't doubt. I don't think we're gonna have any issues. I don't doubt that we're wanting the same thing, and we're happy to come to an agreement. But the blood pact is unsettling, as you can imagine.
Is there something else we could do that would give you some peace of mind? That we have no reason to not want to restore your goddess's power and take it from him.
Well, I mean, I would like to know who that goddess is first.
Oh boy.
If that's on the table.
Like
Freya's
peers
like,
over
fuck
his
it.
shoulder.
They're all
He
good.
peers
They're all
over
the
his
same.
shoulder.
That's not on the table.
And why?
Because she works behind the scenes.
I understand all gods to be good, right? So
No.
I don't mind. Oh, okay, this is Freya talking. So my
no,
knowledge.
that is not necessarily always the case.
There's very definitely a sticky post in here with a list of evil gods.
Yes, but this is from Freya. From Freya's point of view, it would be like, oh, they're better than the Undying One having power.
Guys, let's just go with Ginger's plan and set up campaign 2. It's fine.
minute.
Kaz, roll another persuasion check with advantage because of help with the group.
Oh,
Oh, baby.
I will go along with this plan. But on one condition.
And he pricks the side of Freya's neck and licks his finger.
I now know where you are all times. If you betray me, I will take my 1 hour a day to find you where you sleep and make you disappear.
I
Is
have
that
a
clear?
understood. I have another maybe suggestion,
Yes.
if you don't mind. Seeing as that we are now allies, even if hesitantly, could I take something from this room to take with us in case we need to return to see you in the future?
And he takes
I-
his finger and just
I don't want to get lost in the maze that leads here, and have to kill more of your pets. Like I said at the beginning, we don't seek violence, right? If I have an object that's associated with this place, we could come here without having to do that. In the event that we need to meet up again in the future.
Fair enough.
And he like takes his finger and like just cuts off a tiny little chunk of the obsidian, like one of the stones, just like a tiny little corner, and he like opens Freya's hands and like gingerly places it in the center and like folds her hand over the top of it and like lets go of her neck, turns you around facing him, and hands you the sword.
I think somebody was already looking at the sword or holding it.
Oh, yep.
'Cause
Oh,
they're
so then he
inside.
hands you the dagger.
Okay, got it. I'll very
And just to
slowly
be
turn around
clear-
and walk away from him.
The dagger doesn't have to be the killing blow. It just needs to be inserted into his heart.
Correct. But that dagger has a power of its own.
It's not gonna like eat our soul or something, is it?
Of course not.
Oh god, I'm so tired of things trying to eat our souls.
And
Baron, you have no idea what it's like up there.
the moment Freya's hands touch the dagger elongates to a half spear that glows gently at the tip of it.
Ooh.
Oh my god, it's like Percy Jackson.
It's like a
You-
penis.
You,
She just
Freya-
snaps
Percy
riptide.
Jackson?
Freya, you better not set that thing off in your pocket.
I'm gonna walk up to Kaz and hold it out to Kaz. I don't know if I trust this in my hands.
I don't know that I've ever used a spear in my life. So,
But it wasn't a spear a second ago.
okay, I'll take it in my hands. Does it stay as it is, or do I have a sense of how to make it go back to a smaller size?
Just think about it.
You kind of like focus for a moment and it like shrinks back into a small like dagger-ish.
Handicap on the other end.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a magic trick.
Okay.
What does the spear look like to me?
It glows with a hot, almost fire-ish like glow and like crackles.
I believe the elves once called that Parfelden.
Oh fuck. Does that mean Star Spear?
Does it does, right?
Notes!
Only
Notes!
really, really high persuasion checks could have gotten you that.
I have that in here, the Star Spear.
If only you guys would have fought and you guys would have not gotten this.
Well, that was easy.
It must deal the final blow.
Yeah.
Because that weapon looks weird in your hands.
It does have to be charged. There is a catch. It has to be charged in the ruins of Vexfield, where it was once crafted.
Crafted in... no, I have here the Star Spear was crafted in Radar.
Mm-hmm. Do you not remember that Rothos used to be a part of Radar?
Oh, that's right. Broke off. Never mind.
God Wars, cleaved in two. Come on, catch up.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Thank you,
This is-
Frosty, my fucking
this is-
lore master here.
Listen,
Jesus.
I'm
Yesterday
reading.
news.
I'm
Just-
reading notes, bro.
Where's
I
my
don't even have my
Kalim?
notes. Like I said, I deleted them, and I still
Yeah,
remember.
where's my Kalim when
There's
I
my
needed him?
notes. There's my 6-liter notes.
Where's my Kalen when I
Oh,
needed
that
him?
was in a completely
He's
different
gone, bro.
spot.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I found my notes.
I still remember the first like 17 episodes. You could legit hear Frosty like mad typing, just a clack 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 clack.
And then a few sessions later, like when you brought something up, I was like, wait, nope, it's actually this.
And then I had to go back to my notes and go, you're right.
Frosty, where did you get a typewriter from? Let me introduce you to Microsoft Word.
I was born in Chicago, baby. It's in our blood.
I will. I think Kaz has this realization that the two things they're still looking for are the staff and the spear, which this thing looks like a short spear. It sort of occurs to Kaz that this may be what they're looking for, and I will just approach. I'll just approach the Baron and just offer my hand for a handshake.
And he puts out these like elongated fingers and these like fingernails, and he just is like,
I'll just shake it. It's gross. I'll just do it, and I'll kind of like put my other hand on his shoulder, like if you shake hands with someone that you're close with.
yeah,
And I'll say like this was a productive meeting among friends.
I would not call us that.
Among colleagues. This was a productive meeting among colleagues.
Anyways, follow me. Your stench is not favorable here.
and he like walks.
I'll win you over.
He walks across the room and into
Be
a
my line.
like against the stone wall, and actually pushes, and a piece of the stone wall opens up, and you see a like lit room now, candles and like red carpentry or tapestry hanging off the walls, and you notice a lot of people moving around in there.
I guess we go through. Nowhere else to go, right? I have, I think, been in my natural form up until now, but I will change back into a human woman before going through.
Okay. Before you go, Kaz, that spear has to do the final blow. We're not killing him until that spear enters his heart.
Yes.
The spear should be held by the person who's going to do that.
Agreed. Morin, are you asking me if you should? Would you like it? Is that what you're asking me?
I think either me or Alwyn should wield it.
Yeah, I certainly. I'll reach into my bag and hand it to Morin and say, of course.
I'll throw this spear in my back.
Well, is it a spear or is it dagger right now?
It's a dagger.
What does it look like when it's a dagger as compared to the spear?
Just like I don't know, it's like a regular dagger with kind of like a like jagged hooks into it. It looks almost like evil.
Huh.
Well, then I can kind of hide that then on my waist, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
I don't know. I don't know. What's a fucking evil dagger? Google images.
It's something like fucking jagged and shit.
Well, I mean,
Jagged shit.
I just loved how you said, I don't know, dude. Like,
It looks menacing.
As you go to walk through the door, though, he does explain to you, the spear's been with me for some time, having tainted the spear, thus needing to be cleansed. I'm also, obviously not a source that is supposed to hold this dagger, or spear, as you so call it.
Also, duly noted before you leave the crossroads. The spear is not a one-hit kill. He needs to be weakened if he is ascended to power. If he holds these shards, they must be broken before that final plunge is made. I just hope that he is not also cleansing himself in the witch's hex. If he has made it that far, you don't have time. And the war has begun. I do sense the darkness. Please follow me.
Oh, he's going to go through it as well?
No. You're like walking into that like that almost like cathedral.
The room. Yeah.
Yep. And as you walk in, you notice 30, 40, maybe 50 hooded figures walking around, sitting at tables. Not like you would expect like large amounts of chatter for like maybe like a food hall or something like that. It is dead silent.
The cafeteria. What's on the menu, boys? Gotta give me some of that cafeteria pizza.
oh, rat. As you guys walk in, you'll notice to your left and your right the individuals that look off from their cloaked figures, where you would expect rogues, thieves, vigilantes. You see humans, dwarves, elves, but they don't look like that. They have a gaunt figure to them. Grayish in appearance. Some give you a side kilter of the lip as it pops up and a fang pops out. It goes back in.
Oh shit. Thought he hated elves.
You seem to be in some kind of vampire brood.
They see us like coming out from like his lair though, right?
Yeah. They all as he walks, they part.
Okay. They're not aggressive to us as we go into the room.
No.
They're just, some of them are just flashing fangs at us.
Yeah. That's alright.
On the sly.
My cat is that. She's alright. I know what that means.
As you walk into the room,
Right.
you notice 4 doors to your left and to your right. Large, almost mausoleum type doors with elvish. Also, it's like an elvish dwarvish mix. You're able to mark out pieces of it, those of you that speak elvish, but for some reason it's not true. It's not the elvish that you know. It's almost like older. And it talks, the pieces that you get out, it talks of an area, and it doesn't make any sense to you.
Referencing a particular location, but we're unable to tell what exactly.
Those of you that are proficient in history, roll history check.
I am not. I am proficient in religion. I don't know if that helps.
It would not be religion.
Yeah. Oh, I meant to. I didn't want to interrupt
Yes.
the good conversations before, but does the, like, on his person, does the unending smile have any like symbol or anything that might indicate what god he worships?
Make a perception check. With disadvantage, because you have to be within 10 feet of him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's go.
There's one. There's two.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
That's how you do it.
Okay. Okay.
18 and 19.
Dice Christ has blessed you.
Dice Christ. Thank you, Dice Christ. Or RN Jesus.
Yeah, we call him RN Jesus around these
RN
parts.
Yeah.
He will forever be
You know,
Dice
some
Christ
people-
to me.
Some people call him Yahweh. Some people call him
Okay.
Jehovah. Some people call him
You are able to make out
whatever
a
they
symbol.
call him in the Quran.
You are able to make out a symbol.
Oh.
A small medallion. Actually, no. Not a medallion. A pinky ring. Just slightly. And for some reason, as he's walking, you're not paying attention and you kind of bump into him. And he stops you. And when he does, he places his hand on, like, your shoulder. And out of the corner of your eye, you're able to make out the ring. And an engravement on the ring. And you see a face.
Raven Queen.
Split in half. One side, a skeleton.
Two-Face.
One side, alive.
Jackal?
Squiggled hair, wiry and free, flowing out the sides. Make a religion check.
To Jackal. Jackal? It's Jackal.
Harvey Dent.
Fuck you, Dice Christ.
Yeah, you're not sure. You feel like you've seen this before, but for some reason, like it is just bugging you, and you can't quite make it out. But you do notice that symbol.
Go to a library after this and find out.
I was gonna do just that.
Call. Metagaming.
Metagaming vision.
What part of Rothos or town do you wish to be close to?
Do we go home and get
Excuse
prepared?
me.
Do we go to Vexville? As it seems like that might be a good place to go to. But I could use a rest. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not doing good.
Yeah, I think we could maybe go to Port Porval and then sail there.
Ginge, can you pull up the Rothos map again? And
Or Steinthorn, but you know, we may not want to go to Steinthorn again. Unless we want to stop and kill that dude on the way, but
Kill Mr. Werewolf Man.
Greymane.
Yeah.
my thought is we can go to Port Porval, rest, sail to the island. On the way there, we can crack this puzzle that I have. And my hope is that the staff is inside of the puzzle. So by the time we get to the island, we will have all the weapons. We go to the port, we can... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, we also had weapons that were being silvered somewhere. But if we're not going to Steinthorn, that may not matter.
I thought we already had them silvered.
Did we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
Well, I remember we dropped them off. I don't remember if we picked them up or not.
Yeah, I think we did before
We did.
we ventured
Okay.
off. A few sessions ago, anyway.
We can rest and resupply for a day. And
Yeah.
either Steinthorn or Port Porval, and
I agree.
find a
with
boat to
Port
take us the rest of the way.
Because I think even if we wanted to go to Steinthorn first, we wouldn't be staying there, or we wouldn't want to stay there.
Yeah. It feels less safe to be there.
Yeah.
Plus, I think securing a passage from Port Preval may be easier.
I agree. Right, Mr. Baron? Can you get us anywhere near Port Preval?
Elinthrop it is. My closest would be, I believe, Canby.
We can drop in and say hi to Thane. Thane?
I was like, Thanos? What?
What is his name?
Thanos?
Something
Thane?
like Thanos.
Nah,
Is it Thane?
nah.
Right,
He's
Jen?
still in Jupiter getting his fucking balls stretched out by Elena.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot. Oh, God. Never mind. He won't be there. Well, we can still
Nope.
drop in and hang out with his goblin butler dude.
Yeah, Canby would be fine.
We had horses that we left in that area, too. So we could always take
Yo,
those.
we need to get our horses back.
Yeah! Bergen!
Bergen!
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I don't
Was
have very
that-
good notes, but I do have notes on Brutus, Beta, and Bergen. So we
Yep.
can
Wasn't
get our
that
horses
wasn't that from before you guys even got to Jupiter for the
Yes.
first time?
Yep.
Yes.
Aw.
We only had the 3 horses.
That's all we could afford.
Yeah.
back. Warren remembers the names of his horses.
Bergen.
We
Big
could
old
probably
fucking
aff-
horse.
We could probably afford our own fucking herd.
Bro,
by
it's
now.
been like since session like 20 since we've been in Canby.
So, the
Before
upper
my
right
time.
most door opens. Walk through. And it's like a dark corridor. Will lead you into the nearest inn. Into the basement.
Before we go, just to satisfy my own curiosity, you say you hate elves, yet not only are you helping 2 of them, albeit obviously for some gain for you, but you also have many in your congregation, if you call it that. And there are elven writings on these walls. Seem to surround yourself with a lot of elven things for someone who doesn't like them.
You
Why?
threw a really good question up. Hold on. Fuck that.
And there's no like
I know I have to so
there's
bad,
no
Taz.
there's no like ill intent or like
Yeah,
abrasive aggression in his voice.
He
either.
doesn't-
He's just genuinely curious.
he does not turn to look at you,
Hmm.
but over his shoulder he says, I do not hate all elves. I hate the Andaisil. The
So
moon
just
elves that ruled over the eastern part of Rodar. They were the ones that caused the end. Your race. And he points directly at you. The Sanar Hathal. It was the great Moon Elf Coven that dabbled too deep into the magics of this world. And if you should see this undying one, his true form was one of them. And he ushers you through the door. As the door shuts behind you, you turn around The door's gone. You're standing in the...
Hold on. I was gonna be the last one out, and I wanted to say something.
Okay.
Okay, as soon as everybody goes through, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna say, if you ever want to use one of your hours to visit me, I'll happily knock you to the pavement again.
And as you go to walk through, this time he flexes true power and like the whole room darkens. Next time I won't play. And shuts the door. As like the door's closing and he just stares at you and his eyes are like burning red. So struck a chord. Struck a chord.
Struck a nerve, more like.
As they're closing, she kind of looks at him like, fuck yeah. Like, with the recognition of, like, kind of like Goku, like, you know, a duel between strong warriors, that'd be cool.
Yeah. You definitely struck a chord.
Hell
like, he
yeah,
thought it was
bring
going to
it
be like
on.
a cakewalk and, like, went at you with no armor, no nothing, and got his ass kicked. And it embarrassed him and pissed him off. And that's why he came back with the whole fucking thing on, the whole shenanigans the next time.
No.
3 sessions later.
Yeah, right?
6 more sessions later. Still powering up.
Fucking Dragon Ball. But you guys are standing in a pantry. And
I'll
immediately...
just say to him, this can be before Alyssa. I'll go before Alyssa, but I'll just on my way out, I'll just say, Baron, thank you. You showed yourself to indeed be a man of reason. So thank you. And then I'll say, I believe in you. And then I'll walk out.
I believe in you.
And as he like bows as you say that. For her, praise be to the Red One. And the doors close.
Is that something I recognize?
Rolled really low on that religion. Nope.
Relax. But now
Go to
he
the
said
library.
something.
Go to the library.
First thing you guys notice, though, you guys get into this pantry before we end the session, because I'm going to do it really quick, is screaming and flames from above. You're in this pantry of this inn, and it is you just hear screaming and noises and flames, and you hear crunching noises, and you hear death and destruction.
Oh.
Goddamn barmaid left the oven on.
Fuck.
And as you...
Damn it, Agnes, you burned the fucking meat pies again.
Freya, roll a perception check really quick. God damn it, right as Discord pops over you. Okay. Freya, quickly, you... Not sure what's going on. You pop open the hatch, and you look out into the bar. The entire top half of the inn is gone. You're looking out at the world, and you peek your head out, and standing on 8 legs, thousands of feet in the air, is the island of the Witch's Hex, walking across Rothos,
Get fucked, okay?
close to Skarnsvold.
Oh, fuck yeah, some Baba Yaga type shit.
Oh,
Except on like a massive fucking scale.
Uh-huh.
And you see,
Shit.
in the middle of the Witch's Hex where the lake used to be, is a giant hole, and in the center, suspended, is a cathedral. Standing tall and atop is a giant undead black dragon curled around the top of the citadel.
well, this is the end of the world, guys. Here we go.
That's like some Chrono Trigger type shit. That's cool.
Holy shit. That's what I was thinking.
And that's where we're gonna end our episode.
Fuck, man.
You guys have been gone for a while. You guys were in the labyrinth.
The labyrinth has the same properties as hell. We've been gone for months.
It fucks with time. Also, you guys level up.
Yay!
Oh my god.
Poggers.
Give me my health back.
We might get to 20 after all.
No, you don't. You just gotta rest.
I know. That's why I said give me my health back. This is the world's ending, but I'm like, I need to find a bed to sleep in for a minute, please.
Yeah. It's like we got to hit that save point. Oh shit.
Bruh.
Oh.
Oh, well, I'm just playing with my level up shit, but, alright, stream. Thanks for hanging out. Sounds like the world's gonna be over next session.
Something's going down.
The Earth is literally up walking around us right now, so, yeah. Doesn't look good, but, thanks for hanging out. Sorry for the hiatus. We will see you next week, 8:30 Central on Wednesday. And everybody take care and be safe. Goodbye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Is it Wednesday yet?